a diamond. She's a diamond girl. She's a diamond. Diamond, diamond, diamond.
Hi YouTube, it's Princess Diamond. Welcome back to my channel. And so in this video, I am going to show you guys how I achieved these knotless twists. Someone had messaged me and wanted to see if I could make a video on how to achieve this look. So that is what I'm going to be doing today. So for this look, we used 3 packs of the Expression Raw hair. We used one was color 1B. Another pack was a color 30, and then the third pack was the color 27, and we did not blend it. And so if you're used to this channel, you know I do a lot of blends, but we didn't do any blends this time around. This is a great method to use for doing twists if you like the results of what knotless braids give with the less tension. So this would be one method of doing twists that you can definitely try. So I'm just starting out with just sectioning out my parts, and then making sure that the client's hair is combed thoroughly, making sure that there's no tangles or anything like that. And then the products that I'm using is just Shine and Jam, and I'm using, I believe, the red can. So starting out, you're going to divide the section of hair into 3. Now, you're going to start this just like you would start with doing regular knotless braids. So if you haven't seen my video before of how to do knotless braids, I will link it for you guys to go and check it out. But it's really starting out the exact same way. So I start with the first section of hair and I'm placing it in between my index finger and my thumb. And then I'm going to do a braid until I get right back to my left hand that I started with. And then I'm going to put another section of the braiding hair in between my index finger and my thumb again, and gripping it, and then continuing to do another braid until my left hand is holding the braid. So I'm going to do this until I have done 5 pieces. If you guys have seen my recent knotless braid tutorial, you guys know that I went to adding 5 pieces of hair instead of just 3. So I'm just trying to show you guys how I'm gripping it, just sliding it in between my index finger and my thumb. Alright, so then once I get all 5 pieces set, and then I take my middle strand or my middle piece, and I'm just going to split that middle piece into 2 sections. And so one section will go on the left side and the other section will go on the right side. So now I only have 2 strands. So now we're going to do a 2-strand twist. So what I'm going to do with the first strand is I'm going to twist it. And then I'm going to go to the second strand and I'm going to twist that as well. And then I'm going to overlap the 2 twisted strands together. Now, the way you twist it, you can definitely twist it in the opposite way. So for example, my twists were going to the right, like each strand was being twisted to the right, and then I was overlapping it to the left. So if you then twist each strand to the left, you would then overlap the 2 strands to the right. If that makes sense, just watch the video. You'll see if you twist it the opposite way, basically if you twist the strands the opposite way, you have to overlap it the opposite way as well. So I twisted all the way to the bottom. Now, once I get to the very bottom, I am going to burn the ends. These are, as I told you guys in the beginning, I'm just using regular Expression braiding hair. This is not passion twist hair or anything like that. So to prevent the hair from unraveling while I'm going through the process of doing all of these twists, I do make sure to burn the ends. You can go back and dip the ends in hot water just to loosen them and make them have just a better look or a better finish. But I strongly recommend if you're doing twist with just regular expression braiding hair that you want to burn the ends so they don't come undone. So I'm going to do the exact same thing, just letting you guys see this again. Now, what I'm going to show you guys in this second time is just a way to keep your twist from your hair, the plait basically, from twisting at the root. I don't know if you guys noticed that in the first one I did, it was twisting as I was doing the twist, and that could cause a little bit of tension. And so I'm going to show you guys what you can do to avoid that. So again, I'm doing the same exact thing for this second one. So I'm splitting the client's natural hair into 3 sections. And then I go into holding it with my left hand. And I hold it with my left hand because I am right-handed. And I like to pick up the braiding hair with my right hand and feed it in with my right hand. So of course you can start it the other way. And then so I'm going with my first piece, going back to my left hand and holding it, and then adding my second strand of hair in, again in between my index finger and my thumb. Do that until I have all 5 of my pieces of hair added in. One tip is that when you're doing braids or twists, you want to make sure you're applying your shining gem not only to the root but also to the hair. It's going to help lay the hair and just make it look neater, and so that way your client's natural hair is not sticking out. Now this is really important if you're doing twists, because your client's natural hair is more prone to stick out with twists than with braids. So you want to make sure that you are trying to get the hair as sleek as possible with using shiny jam. I'm not really sure if I showed you guys that during this video, but just a tip. So again, once I get all 5 strands added, I'm taking my middle strand and separating that into 2, and then putting that, and then just making that into 2 strands. And then I'm twisting each strand. And then I will go into overlapping both of the strands. Now, to help with keeping the plait from twisting right there at the root, I am going to take that clip and I'm just going to use that to hold it in place. So I'm clipping 2 of the twists together just to hold it in place. This is just going to try to reduce the tension, and so that your twist is not twisting right there at the root and pulling at your client's scalp. So just twisting it all the way through, and then once I get to the very bottom, I will then burn the ends. Now, just like with knotless box braids, with these knotless twists, my 5 pieces of strands are not all equal. I know someone would probably ask, but the first 2 pieces are smaller than the last 3 pieces of strands that I add in. So again, if you haven't seen my how to do knotless box braids detailed tutorial, make sure you guys check out the link in the description below for that, because I'm adding in the pieces of hair the exact same way as I would with just doing regular knotless box braids. So I'm going to allow you guys now to just watch as I do this last twist, and then you guys will see the finished result. And make sure if you have any questions to leave it below. If you have a video request, don't hesitate to leave it in the comments or send me a message on Instagram. And thank you guys so much. Make sure to like this video if you've gotten this far, and also subscribe to the channel for more braiding tutorials. And I hope you guys be blessed, stay safe, stay filled with love and peace. Bye guys.